Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you a weekly podcast for the more sophisticated beer drinker. So sit back, pour yourself a pint, and enjoy the internet's longest running 100% blind roundtable taste test beer review show. You're listening to The Beer Snobs.
Welcome to the show, everybody. How you guys doing? This is Daemon. You're listening to The Beer Snobs, and across the table from me is...
Hey guys, this is Brian from Beer Quest.
And right next to me is...
Hey guys, it's Kelly with Tap Geeks.
All right, and I want to remind you guys before we start the show, Shipyard, Smash Pumpkin, amazing beer. If it's still on the shelves, again, it's a seasonal. You're going to have to hunt it down, probably. But if it's still on the shelves, try it out. It is a great pumpkin.
Really good pumpkin beer.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. No, it's good. It's good.
It made a believer out of Hardyman.
No, it was good. Yeah, it was. We had a couple pumpkin beers that month, and that one was the best.
Well, we didn't try a couple pumpkin beers on the show.
Didn't we? I thought
no,
we did.
we did not.
I thought we had those two.
No, we talked about them.
Oh, we did. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Like
that was when you professed your hatred for pumpkin beers in general.
Oh, I hate them.
Yeah. But it was good. This is good.
Most of them are shit, though.
So this is good. It had
it's well deserved.
High ABV for a pumpkin. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, chill, dude.
I like
very tasty. But all right, let's get to the first segment for this week. It's another round of a little segment I like to call Beer News, and we're going to start this one. This is a little odd. This is a cultural thing, so this will be good for discussion, I think. This one comes from the WallStreetJournal.com, and first, I guess before I explain the story, I have to understand how things work with, I guess, crafting in Belgium. I guess in Europe, it seems to be a popular thing, or at least in this part of Europe, for there to be companies who do contract brewing, where you can come up with your own recipe, and you can have brewers do short runs for you, I guess.
Yeah. Someone else just makes your beer.
Yeah, someone else makes your beer. Well, basically, I guess instead of people opening their own craft breweries, they're just making their own recipes. And then they're contracting craft breweries to do runs for them.
Yeah. We have a lot of those here.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess this has been going on for a while. Mm-hmm. But the large number runs I guess is kind of a new thing. And it says right here, this story is by Francis Robinson. A storm in a beer glass is raging in Belgium. Traditional brewers are sour about quote unquote beer creators, internet savvy startups who create recipes, then employ other Belgian brewers to make the final product. And the traditional brewers are really upset about this because I guess it's getting more popular than theirs.
Yeah, it's kind of a double-edged sword because I know a lot of breweries that actually do this. Firestone Walker was a big one. They did huge contracts.
Yeah.
But I mean, the problem is eventually it's harder and harder to get into the schedule.
Yeah.
Somebody else is making it for you. If they're not happy with how you're publicizing it or how you make it sound like it's completely yours and they don't, or maybe your beer is better than their beer, even though they're making both of them, you just lose your spot in the schedule. That's pretty much it. Well, from
the sound of it, there are some of these brewers, that's all they do.
Oh yeah, there's tons contracts.
Yeah. They said, right here is a quote from a brewer in Brussels. They don't get their hands dirty. They don't have the pain in their backs. The only thing those guys do in a workout is sit in front of a computer. They make a lot of noise on social media. That's a co-founder of a Brussels brewer, Brasserie de la Seine, from the capital of Belgium. Contract brewing, where brewers make beers for clients ranging from Michelin-starred chefs to discount supermarkets, has long existed, but things are turning bitter in Belgium. Some brewery owners are foaming with rage about quote-unquote beer architects who create a recipe, then get it brewed under contract. The country's traditional brewing process is legendary. Cantillon, another brewery in Brussels, still uses brewing equipment from over 100 years ago, making acidic Guise beers with wild yeast floating in air near the River Seine. In Monk, a bar popular with hipsters in downtown Brussels, Sebastian Morvan is promoting heresy. We're the antithesis of the old theory, he says, that there's a relationship between God and what's in the beer glass. They take their beer serious in Europe.
Oh yeah, totally.
This is a co-founder of the Brussels Beer Project, a collective of beer creators who get others to brew for them. There's an uproar within their beer community about this, like a little uprising, I guess, because they're so angry about it.
They're just gonna pay more. I mean, if you come into my brewery and I'm gonna be making beer for you, I've already done the investment into the business, the equipment, everything else. So you're just gonna pay more for grains, you're gonna pay more for the process, everything else, and your margins are gonna be lower. So I don't know why they're so upset.
Well, the brewers are upset because they're getting more attention. Probably. I mean, that's my assumption. That's not even in the story. I'm just assuming.
It's probably because they're just putting the money back into marketing instead of back into buying new fermenters and more equipment and more packaging.
Yeah, this guy says he gets frustrated at people acting like the guardians of the temple of brewing culture, like these brewers have carte blanche and no one else should get involved.
Well, if they're doing that, then they're just being assholes.
I guess this guy who started this collective, he studied at Johns Hopkins. He got into craft brewing in Canada. Likes to talk about his rebellious style of recipe making. His latest project was an oyster stout infused with shellfish from his native Brittany.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It does. Yeah, very pissed about it. Kelly, thoughts?
Well, from what I understand, some bigger players are getting into it over there right now too. I mean, and there are differences too. A lot of people think that contract brewing, you don't put the hard work into it like everybody else does. And I mean, yeah, sure, I can see that, but at its base value, you're looking at people that made these great recipes, and now they're up for grabs. And if you want to help these guys out and be a part of it, then I don't really see the problem there. It's really just I think it's just a feeling of being threatened and not being the popular choice anymore, because now U.S. brews are starting to go over there. Just speaking of Europe in general, Stone's opening up a brewery in Germany coming up in the next few years. And on top of that, from what I understand, Green Flash is going to be contract brewing out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that's the rumor on the street right now is Green Flash is contract brewing out in Europe, and they're going to be taking all their stuff out there.
For a really long time, we were the joke of the beer world. Obviously.
I think so.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But that has changed. Like now people in Europe are clamoring to get our beers, our smaller beers, sent over there so they can try them. Like they come here and visit, and then they go back there and do nothing but talk about, oh my God, you cannot believe what they're making in America now.
Yeah.
Which is great. Great for us.
That's true. That's the sentiment that I get too. I was watching that new show on...
something to be proud of.
I think it's
I love it.
National Geographic. It's that new show called Chug with Zane Lamprey. Have you guys seen that?
Mm-mm.
That's a good show. Yeah. He gets that same kind of sentiment where like they did Australia, and they're starting to make more hoppy beers, more West Coast, like our West Coast styled beers. So that's kind of cool.
West Coast American beers.
Yeah, totally.
Like throw in the word American now.
Like a San Diego Pale Ale,
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, they're starting to experiment with, from what I hear, Galaxy hops are all the rage in Australia. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
That's funny because
we've so been there, done that.
It's exciting stuff.
We love using our Australian hops in our beers. So
yeah, they're good. Well, okay, that's it for story number 1. This is from wallstreetjournal.com. Story by Francis Robinson. Thank you very much. And second story is from a few weeks back, but if you haven't heard about this, I thought this would be a fun one to talk about. The Beer Run Bandit booked after New Year's Eve brew burglaries. A lot of B's in that.
Wait, what was he stealing? Beer?
All right, here we go. Utah man is facing charges after an alleged beer run crime spree on New Year's Eve. The Weber County Sheriff's Office said it started with a call about a man, 51-year-old Matthew Howell, who just looks like a man who
oh no,
looks like a man who probably drinks a lot of beer, a lot of crappy beer. I don't know. The Weber County Sheriff's Office said it started with a call about him stealing 2 cases from a gas station on 12th Street in Utah. In Ogden, Utah.
What?
Deputies said Howell jumped into his truck and locked the doors. Officials said the clerk went behind the truck to get the license plate number when Howell allegedly put his truck in reverse and narrowly missed hitting the clerk before he sped out of the parking lot. A deputy later found Howell's truck in an Ogden hotel parking lot. Authorities found Howell and a woman in one of the rooms with cases and cases of beer. Deputies said based on what they found in the room, they believe he may have committed many similar crimes along the Wasatch Front. He's facing theft, aggravated assault, and aggravated robbery charges. But apparently, stockpile of cases.
Wow, that is crazy. I'm very familiar with that area, and that this does not happen.
What kind of beer was it? Did they mention what kind of beer?
Yeah,
it was?
let's see the picture.
It's probably like Keystone.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
it's
look, we
Bud
got
Light.
some Natty Ice.
Natural. There you go.
Yeah, Natural Light.
Yeah, all the beers, all the
Olympia.
beers that are made in bulk that taste like shit. This guy was stealing them. Well, I'm glad
man.
somebody wants them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good for them.
You know, I'm pretty sure Anheuser-Busch will count that as sales for this last year.
well, look at all the publicity they're getting.
Just in by the wire.
That's funny because every time I'm in Utah, it's always like I wanted some beer, and it's like I go to some state liquor store, and it's like I got to jump through hoops, and I didn't know you could just go get shitty ass beer at the gas station.
Yeah, we'll know that because that's what they have.
We're so spoiled here in California.
Yeah,
They're like,
really
"Can I see your ID?" And you're like, "Ugh, really?" Like that's all you have to do anytime until 2 a.m. and
Unless
we're
you're
complaining.
this guy. Unless you're this guy, then you're just stealing shit and running over clerks.
Not enough.
Anyways, that was it. This story was presented to us. I mean, it's on many websites, but fox13now.com by Ashton Edwards. And that is it for beer news. And let's get to our review of the show.
This one smells really, really sweet.
Very sweet.
Very sweet in a possibly a good way. Almost like a raisiny scent.
I'm going to agree with that. And I'm going to add that this smells very boozy.
Very boozy. That could be a good thing, though.
Doesn't taste that bad.
Depends on the taste. I'll go for the taste now. Oh, yeah.
It's got some spice to it. I get some like apple in there.
That could just be that's a lager.
This has a full body mouthfeel to it.
Just a really weird, hard to peg flavor.
Yeah. It definitely honey. It's super sweet.
There is a lot of honey in this.
Yeah.
Must be.
This is definitely a higher alcohol content.
I don't know.
I feel like you could put this in a juice box and like I'd be good to go. You know, like seriously, like give me like 2 or 3 of these and show me where nap time is.
Give me my spicy raisin stuff.
Spicy raisin beer.
Spicy
I really
honey
doubt
raisin.
that. Really doubt it's actually raisins. We had there was one time I had a beer on the show and it was kind of raisiny, and it was because it was bad. Like the beer went bad, and for some reason, instead of just tasting like trash, it just started tasting like raisins. Whatever it is, it's odd. It's interesting, but it's a little sweet, not that beerish.
Yeah, to me, it's more of a cider than it is a beer.
But it's not a cider, obviously.
No, because this is not the cider snobs.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No, if we did a cider show, we'd announce we're doing a cider show, and we'd all know we were having ciders before we started.
Yes.
I'm not now that I'm kind of producing the show. I'm not Hef. I'm not going to throw that at you without warning you.
So the cat's out of the bag, cider snobs.
No. All right, so let's get to recommendations. Hardiman, recommendation.
No, I wouldn't recommend this one.
All right, Kelly.
I'm going to follow that, man. I'm not going to recommend this.
And we're going to make that unanimous. I am not recommending this. This is weird. I don't think it's intended to taste like this. I've never seen anyone say, I'm making a raisin beer. So when it tastes like raisins, it's got to be a bad sign. So let's get to the reveal. No way, really? This is the Arend Tripel.
That's a triple?
This is a triple. Yeah.
I'll agree to disagree.
Arend Tripel is a gold blonde top fermented beer brewed with only natural ingredients and re-fermented in the bottle. The name is a tribute to the founder of the brewery, Gustav de Ryck, who established the brewery Die Guten Arend, the Golden Eagle, in 1886. This is imported from Belgium. Oddly enough, we were just speaking about Belgium. This is imported from Belgium by some people in San Francisco. And I actually was thinking this was going to be way better than it was. This is a Gold Award 2008 Belgian-style triple. And it won a bronze in 2007. And it's now 2015, and it's rated
at 8% alcohol.
Disappointing.
Yeah, I seriously would have put that in a treetop box. Yeah, seriously.
This is a beer like this with a brewery with that kind of history, maybe those contractors got it right.
That's the thing, though, with a lot of imports is they're not handled the right way. And, a lot of these things, even though they're brown bottles and they take precautions, they're not shipped here at the right temperatures. And then they sit on like beers like this in particular, when I worked in a liquor store, were not popular choices. And they sit on the shelf forever.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and say that I could definitely taste potential in this brewery. I mean, quality ingredients probably went into this. But
Potential, it's a little late if it's potential you're looking for. They've been around for like a couple hundred years.
Well, potential and the freshness.
If it's an old bottle.
Oh, yeah.
okay,
I think this could definitely be old.
Used.
This one, I got it. This is only a 330 milliliter bottle. This is like a standard size beer bottle. And
So it was a single by itself?
it was a single.
Oh, okay.
Bought it from Total Wine, $3.99.
Oh, wow.
That makes it even worse,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So, well, that's it for the show. 3 out of 3 against the Arend Tripel.
Yeah, that'll teach them.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So much more. I was hoping for so much more and just not coming through with this beer.
I
Not
bet you if
good.
you get it somewhere where it's like, if you can find it, if it's on tap, it's probably better.
Not going to happen. Not a Belgian triple. Finding that on tap, good luck. Go to Belgium. Maybe they have it on tap there.
Okay.
Anyways, maybe you guys should actually try a good beer like the Shipyard Smash Pumpkin. This was a great beer. This is our beer of the month, and you should go out and get one of those. We recommend that one, all three of us. As we've said before, Kelly was on the show for this beer.
Which is why I absolutely agree that it's definitely
tasty. Definitely, especially compared with that raisiny beer. Thanks a lot for listening, and QWEST.
That's right, guys. Follow me on beerquest.com, QWEST.
And Kelly, anything?
Yeah, definitely. Check out my show Tap Geeks at youtube.com/tapgeeks.
All right, and thanks for listening. We will see you next week.
The quest is only half the fun.
Cheers, guys.
Auf Wiedersehen.